So I figured out a way to keep the greenhouse door open because it gets way too hot in there. Even if it's 60 degrees outside, it can get to 108 in there with the door closed. But I can't let the cats in there. The plants are getting too big and I can't have the mesh. So I remembered that I had this gate in my garage and I can use that to and I wedge the door and I keep it right here so that it stays about 80 or 90. And so I don't know if you've been following, but I lined the inside of the greenhouse with plastic to cut down on the air coming in to keep the heaters from kicking on so much because the baby plants need to stay at about 70 degrees. And it's working. I had some sagging on the ceiling. So the one thing that was the perfect size were my kids' cross-country skis, and it is not snowing yet, so I can use it for now, and it's holding up really well. But we have our lettuce, different kinds of lettuce. It's blurry. We have, this will be green onions. No, kitty, you can't be in here. They will dig in this and eat it. This will be garlic. So that's been my main thing, is trying to figure out how to keep them out of it. These are my carrots. These are my beets. These will be potatoes. This is the Swiss chard. The lights come on at about 7 in the morning, and I found that the sun doesn't hit the greenhouse until about 1 or 2. So that's when I turn the lights off. The lights turn off on the timer, and then the sun can just get to the plants all the way, so that's good. This is our heat sink that we keep at about 93 degrees with a fish tank water heater, so that really helps a lot. This is set on a timer so that it stays at it keeps it at 70 degrees when it's cold. It kicks on if it gets below that. So we have some rainwater we've been collecting. I have a bucket outside of rainwater. So it's going good. Once these plants get big enough, they'll be able to handle cold temperatures, but for right now they need to stay warm. But 108 was too hot and some of the lettuce wilted and I had to cut it back. But we're doing good. We've got sprouts in here. They're doing great. They sprout. This is my 3rd batch of sprouts. And I want to show you this cool system. It's basically it's on paper towel that you loop around the edges to go down into where the water is. And so it just keeps the paper towel damp. It just keeps wicking into it. So it's like a set it and forget it method, where as long as you keep the tray with water in it, you don't have to mess with these. They need to be dark and for the first several days until they sprout, and then they need light. So yeah, it's going really good. This horse mat is really, really working good. We're keeping a lot of the draft out. We have mouse traps outside of the 2 major places that they could chew in, and we've been catching mice, so we're keeping them out and it's working good. It's working really good. I'm really happy with it. So thank you for following.